You know, you plant the seeds, you have patience, you play in the dirt, and you watch things grow, and you get to this point in the season when you can harvest, and you're almost losing a little bit of energy. But I'm going to show you what happened over this past week. Join me. I am having a little early evening as the sun is getting low, stroll through the garden. And I'm thinking that I am going to take some tomatoes that are low hanging. We are going back up into the 90s. Oh, look at these burlado. Cool. They're just about at the stage that I like to pick them, that kind of demi-sec stage. Oh my gosh. Cusha grows about an inch a day. How cool is that? Woohoo! And the peppers. The peppers are amazing. Those are the Alma paprikas. They're loaded. And on the other side are the Hungarian. And I think I need to pick something over there. I need to check on that if I can get in there. Look at how many jalapenos I have. Is that not wild? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to count how many are on that plant. Be right back. I counted 28 on this first plant. And it's not quite as loaded looking as that one, but the middle plant is also got several, and they're all starting to cork. Corking means when they start doing that. Well, it looks like I've got 3 nice Hungarian. Here are the Corona de Toros. Look at them. They are huge, and they're not turning. We have never had Coronas get this large before. There's one Joe's Long Cayenne, not quite ready, but getting there. A crazy amount of Jimmy Nardellos have gone red at once. I need to do those next. Oh, those are beautiful. Those are pretty nice. I think we can wait on the rest of them though. There's still some green on them. So this is the Ananas Noir, and I'm getting worried about squirrel pressure. So I am going to take this, since it is well blushed now. Oh boy, it's stuck in there. I'll take the one above it as well. Get that out of there first, and the other one second. Whoa, those are beautiful tomatoes. This is the Alice's Dream, and again, I'm worried about squirrel pressure, so I am going to take these 2. Oh my goodness, is that just the most beautiful tomato? Look at the coloration. Zowie. And I'm going to take this one also, just to make sure that we get it instead of a squirrel. Lovely, lovely tomato. This is the Manitoba, and we did take quite a few of these. What I can say about them is they came early. The one here in the raised bed is done very well. One in the pot was a splitty mess. The flavor is just so-so. This is the first Castelludo Genovese and a few of the Principe Borghese. The fence was open in order to get some of the tomatoes, so I am going to go ahead and take these Kelsey, which have now had a couple more days to dry off, and we will put them in the garage with the other ones to continue drying off, which is good because it's predicting rain tomorrow night. So there we go. Nice onions. I am going to pick some Spanish onions now. They are ready, and we have the cage, the anti-squirrel cage open. Those are really, really nice. Look at that. They're heavy too. Nice. Now this was leftovers, so there's a combination of things. That one looks like a Kelsey. That one looks like a Spanish or a Patterson. Don't know what those are, but they'll all eat well. Oh, there's a couple more over here. Let's get those. Nice. Well, here's another Dr. Whitey's yellow. We'll take it. Well, it's time to go in. The bugs are coming out. We have more blackberries. Those are the Jimmy Nardello, Socrates cucumber, a mix of Spanish and Kelsey and maybe some Pattersons because there was a mixed bag in there. Got some dragon tongue beans. Those are the first harvest. Manitoba, Ines Noir, Alice's Dream, and there's the Castelludo Genovese, a Dr. White Cheese Yellow, and some Cherokee Carbon. So this cushaw is 11 or 12 days since discovery when I looked back in my phone, and look how enormous it is already. It has completely filled the net bag, and it's within about 2 inches of hitting the edge of this cage. Now, we made this cage also, which is slightly bigger, and the one that I left to pollinate naturally didn't pollinate in there. So we are going to take the big cage and we are going to move it here over this cushaw because this baby just keeps growing. It's amazing. Wow, Mighty Kershaw, you go. In a bigger cage, so there is room for expansion. Still under those blocks. I moved away that third cage, and I see that this one did not pollinate either. It's turning yellow. So we need to work a little more on this. Let's check the other side. Okay, so on this side we have, a double-bagged cushaw that is doing well. Look at you. Oh, about 6 to 7 inches long. All right, we are going to need to get a setup going for this one as well, because in actuality, Al and I had to cut the net bag off of that last cushaw because it couldn't just be slipped off. Here's the second one that was double bagged, and it has died, so that's not viable any longer. There's the original one that got eaten. I unbagged it now, and it's had a few nibbles here and there. And then we have this one that's doing well. So basically we're down to 3 at this point, and it is so hot. The camera's overheated once. I've overheated I don't know how many times, and I just need to go in, come back out early evening when it's cooler. Well, it's inevitable, but it sucks. There is squash bug eggs, and we're going to have to walk all of the squashes, and all I came out to do was to recage. So Al is on a hunt for more eggs since we have found one cluster. Kind of a pain in the bucket. I am going to scour the leaves of the butternut. Oh, man. It's inevitable, but I hate it. Oh, boy. Here, we found more. We'll rip them out. Squish them, babe. Squish them. Squish them hard. That evening I went out to get some cucumbers, and of course there's more things to harvest. It is that time of year. I love it. So we have rain coming in a couple of hours if it doesn't split and go around us. So we have some chores to do. First thing is blackberry picking. It's almost a daily or every other day occurrence. And I see straight ahead in front of my equipment. Oh, by the way, this time of year, this is what's coming out with us every day. Containers to harvest in. I put some spinach and cilantro seeds in there because I need to get those in. And then just the wagon of tools, which needs a good sorting, but it's got everything in there that we need. What's going on with that marigold? Looks like somebody hopped in and busted it over. Oh, our little ladder that we're using to help pick the blackberries has fallen over. And I'm gonna have to check for squash bugs since we found them. And just, do the normal garden harvest, whatever. I'll get back to you. So, hon, how is it going today?
Well, we got a bucket full. So
yeah, I know. They look good. Not as much sun scald as that last batch?
No, not nearly as much.
Next up is Alice's dream, and I really think I only see the one that needs to be taken. Oh, it's so beautiful. And those are the ananas noir. And I got a couple of big ones at least. In the end, I took 3 ananas noir and then the one Alice's dream. That one's a monster. I'm going to weigh it. All right. The next one is this Copper River. And I got to get in there again and see. I think it might only be one, but we'll check. Al's picking the Santiam Sunrises. This Cherokee Purple is just loaded on the inside, and I am going to grab some ripe fruit. Okay, these are Tim's Taste of Paradise. These are an amazing flavor bomb to replace Sun Gold and Don't Split. That is the Summer of Love, and thus far, this is what's been happening with all of them. Splitty Witties. Castelludo Genovese. This is perfect for salsa and sauces. This is the combo hybrid of Cherokee Purple and Carbon called Cherokee Carbon. It is a crazy producer. I took as many as I could off of it to get some of the weight off of the plant. That is a very tiny Dr. White Cheese and the first Lucid Gem. Those were number 1 and number 2 in our taste test last year. This is Principe Borghese, which is the one that's good for sun drying or dehydrating. That is a Copper River, and the first 3 we pulled off were larger than this, if you can believe it, but they were like mega blooms. In the middle there is the tumbler from the green stalk. That is the Alice's Dream. What a color pattern. That is the Mango Apricot, and we have had those, and they are so sugary sweet, amazing. This one is an Anana S Noir. This is the Heinz 1350. That's destined for ketchup. And these are the first Cuban salami. I am so excited about that. That is an Amish sherbet, and I swear it looks just like a Dr. White Cheese yellow. These are Manitobas, Santiam Sunrise, and the Pink Champagne, and our new favorite, what's called a cherry, but it's really more of a salad size, chocolate cherry tomatoes. So the 2 that we don't have again are the Mr. Tartar's German and the Purple Heart Dwarf, but that is an amazing harvest. I'm going to be a busy girl, and I'll have to enlist Al to help me. I'm a sweaty girl. It is a stupid hot day again, and that rain got all clouded up in dark clouds, and then we got nothing. So we're watering. I should say Al is watering. I'm still playing with the tomatoes. I went in and got the scale. Let's weigh a couple. 1 pound, 06.4 ounces. Is 1 pound, 08.9 ounces. 1 pound, 0.02 ounces. Oh, I was gonna pick 1. And I was like, well, maybe I'll pick 2, 3, 4. And then I'm like, stop, Robin, stop, you have enough. These are the Badger Flame beets. Well, I just harvested the final Patterson. It is big, it is heavy, and gorgeous. Wow. Tonight I will harvest that Space Master cucumber out of the green stalk. Tonight I will harvest this and this cucumber, but I wait and do it in the evening, hoping to foil the cucumber beetle smelling it. So far, the plant is living through it. It's not looking too great, but it is still cranking out enough cucumbers for Al and I. That's all that counts. It looks a lot less beat up from this side. A lot of new growth, flowers, and new fruit. I just gotta do it. One more look at the cushaw. It just like grows by the day. It's just amazing me. So one last harvest for this week. How's it going?
One last harvest. Well, that's just the beginning. There'll be another whole pile ready tomorrow.
There sure will. Ooh, I'm stepping in to get one of those. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Friends, that's why we do this. I need more. The very last thing I am going to harvest for you is this pixie cabbage. This is the one that has formed 3 heads. It's the triplet. So I am going to harvest the first of the triplets. So hopefully the twisting method works. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a little beauty. What do you think, Al? Corned beef and cabbage or coleslaw?
Corned beef and cabbage.
Okay. I cleaned up the bottom leaves on that pixie, and Al says, honey, there's not just 2 heads, there's more. And so we did a good investigation, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 heads coming on that. So that means that this pixie was actually a quintuplet. How cool is that? Now my job is to get into the kitchen and start the preserving process. I think I'm going to start with salsa or sauce. Something tomato for sure. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, sometimes the only thing we harvest is knowledge, and that's okay. Bye for now, and we'll see you on the next one.